Conversations live at CamQuest 2024.
Hey kids, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's Community Conversations time.
It's Community Conversations time. That's right. From the beaches of South Florida to the hills of Tennessee. From New York to Hawaii. Tell your friends that Community Conversations is about to inform the next generation with news. Without fear and educate them without opinion.
And a warm South Florida and Costa Rica welcome to all of you.
This 1 hour forum deepens connections and it provides discussions on a range of topics including social emotional issues, improving relations with law enforcement, post-secondary education, careers, health and wellness, politics and race, inclusion and equality.
Focus on an initiative. Case in point tonight, you all were speaking about gun violence. Since I've been growing up, that's been a thing, especially living here in Florida.
Community Conversations, where it's all about highlighting the talented youth in our communities and the great things that they are doing.
In terms of encouraging women's involvement in civil rights activism.
Community Conversations.
Hello and pura vida. It is now 6:10 p.m. for you. I'm Amelia Tos.
I'm Lidney Charles.
And a pleasant South Florida and a warm and very windy Costa Rica welcome to all of you to this episode of Community Conversations. Like I said, I'm in Costa Rica.
And we're remote just like Amelia, and we're coming to you live from Pompey Park, where we're here for the Go Red event, which is an event to bring awareness to heart health through fitness, nutrition, kid-friendly activities, preventative care, health information, and shared lived experiences. If you have not seen last week's episode, I encourage you to check them out on our YouTube page or on our Facebook page. Just type in Community Conversations, the date you're searching for, including the year, and you'll find the episode.
Yes, indeed. And if you know of someone who should be hanging out with us, please take a moment and call or text them and let them know the Community Conversations is on. I mean, you might get a chance to go, if you're down there, and meet up with them.
Hopefully. In another 2 weeks or so, we'll be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary. That is so long. Oh my gosh. We've been coming into your homes every Friday night since February 14th, 2020, Valentine's night. And guess what? We have not missed one Friday, not one, not even Christmas or New Year's Day. We are committed to ensuring you have the latest local news about youth, whether it's about them doing great in school, in extracurricular activities, or in their houses of worship. We want to highlight the positive things young people are doing in our community. Remember, if it's good news, no news is too small for us to cover. February is Black History Month, and just like all across the country, we are observing it with a long list of events, as we'll be telling you more throughout the show.
Yes, and if you have not noticed, here at Community Conversations, we like to take full advantage of remote technology to engage the next generation with news that will not only inform without fear, but educate without opinion.
Yes, and the city of Delray Beach kicked off Black History Month Wednesday night with a fashion show at Thrill Social. Delray Beach designer I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, Glavidia and her models sported their attires during the 2-hour event. Proceeds from the show will support KOP Mentoring Network after-school programs.
Yes. Black History observances continue tomorrow with the famed Roots Festival Parade. Participants will march from Pompey Park north along to Northwest 11th Avenue to Atlantic Avenue, then east to the Delray Beach Police Station. A program will take place at the Libby Wesley Amphitheater following the march. Lineup for the march is at 11:30 and begins at 12 noon. The principal of Village Academy, Ms. Latoya Dixon, and her entire crew will be the Grand Marshal.
Yes, and tickets are still available for the evening of Black Excellence Under the Stars on Saturday night. 5 local residents will be honored for excelling in their respective disciplines. The event will be from 6:30 to 9 p.m. and will be in the 100 block of Northwest 5th Avenue. Tickets are $75 and you can get them at eventbrite.com.
Wednesday was National Signing Day, and high school athletes here in town, as well as across the country, and Treasure Coast and Palm Beaches are celebrating their hard work and dedication by signing with colleges around the country. We were there for Atlantic High School signing at the Sands Resort in Highland Beach. The 6 all football players are Desmond Self, and he will be heading to Edward Waters University in Jacksonville. Giovanni Pierre-Louis will also join them at Edward Waters, as well as Damari Thompson. Marte McClendon and Mikkel Hendricks will head to Tuskegee University, and Tyler Allen will head to North Carolina A&T State University. And now, without further ado, it's that time for Trending Now with Mr. John and Mr. Theron.
Go get those people.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom. Freedom, I'm gonna get, 'cause it's my freedom.
Brother John. Well, we don't have Brother John tonight. That's all right. I have my 2 girls with me. Hey, girls. Hi. Well, Amelia, how are you?
I am a little bit sunburned, and my voice is a little bit, it's a bit raspy because I had my last first day yesterday, and we had a party, and there was a lot of screaming involved, and we got into the pool with all our uniform, and bad idea.
Okay, well, welcome to the club. I've lost my voice since Tuesday.
Wow.
Here, so Tuesday, sometime this week, and this is the best I've sounded all week. Anyway, Miss Charles, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Brother John, I'm sure he lost his voice. That's why he's not here. But guess what? I'm wearing red tonight. Do you know why?
Why?
Get your red on. As I'm sure you guys said earlier, we're coming to you live from Pompey Park tonight. Okay. Neil, you need to stop. Neil's telling me I need to be quiet. Okay, we're coming to you live from Pompey Park tonight, where we're having our Go Red campaign. Just left the gymnasium where they were making appeals to people to follow your signs, see your doctor, be mindful of your health, be mindful of your diet. Okay, do not play with your health. One woman, she was a school teacher on her way home from work, she felt uncomfortable in her body. Okay, she called her nurse, and fortunately the nurse told her to pull over. Based on the symptoms she was feeling, went to the hospital. She was in the final stages of a cardiac arrest. You know what a cardiac arrest is?
I know it briefly. I haven't gone through it.
There's almost the same thing they call a heart attack. And yes, she ended up having to get a heart replacement just like that. She ended up spending a couple of days in the hospital. And so in a few minutes, we'll be hearing from some of the participants here, and they'll be sharing their experiences with us and telling us more about this evening. But until then, let me just share with you guys, just got some information here I must share with you, that Success and Accountability Network Youth Accountability Program presents Home Economics. Why don't you finish it for us?
So this program is, it's talking about personal care and grooming, as well as etiquette done right. And it's going to be at the Delray Beach Library, which is 100 West Atlantic Ave, Delray Beach, Florida, 33444, Saturday the 4th, which is tomorrow at 1 p.m.
What time again?
1 p.m.
1 p.m. And my producer's telling us now that our guest is here, and she's telling me to get up. No respect at all. What about my voice? Amelia, can you hear me?
Yes.
And that's all that matters. Amelia can hear me. So anyway,
I can
guys,
hear him.
I must
if
go.
I can hear him, he still has a voice.
Well, there you go. And you still love my voice too, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Amelia. Denai is telling me I got to go because there's a guest here waiting to take my seat. So I'm going to get up and let her take my seat, and then you can take over, Ms. Charles.
Okay.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you? Well, to our viewers watching, would you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Valencia Spells Anderson. I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Omicron Delta Zeta chapter here in Delray Beach. I am the chair of our Zetas Have Heart committee.
Okay. Well, how do you plan on contributing to tonight's event, the Go Red event?
Like I said, I'm the chair of our Zetas Have Heart committee, and that committee was formed by Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated to get women to love on themselves, take care of themselves, make sure you're practicing self-care and being healthy at the same time. We're contributing to this event. Not only have we put together a great self-care relaxation gift basket to give away, but we have a lot of different information, not just heart health, but mental health information about healthy mothers, healthy babies. We have a plethora of documents, pamphlets, so on and so forth, about overall health from mind, body, spirit. And we're just ready to help anyone who has any questions and answer any questions they may have concerning heart health.
Amazing, that's good. Like you said, you're talking about women, right?
Yes.
It's for women, about women.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. What do you think that the women out there, if they have specific questions, how should they reach you? Do you have a
we are available on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram. We're at Outstanding, OUTSTANDING, ODZ, as in Omicron Delta Zeta. And that's our handle on all of those social media sites. And again, we are ready, willing, and able to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Just you need to come back. You keep it conversational.
Okay. So how are you guys doing? I'm doing very good. Earlier this week, I had an award ceremony that I went to. It was a very fun event. I got to learn about my, communication skills. I got to improve them. And yeah, it was very nice for an event. And we're back on. Well, if you are a college graduate and are seeking a paid internship at a Fortune 500 company, we may have a gig for you. At companies such as State Farm, Walmart, and the Congressional Black Caucus. Contact 561-665-0151. A huge thanks to all the adults, parents, grandparents, educators, and responsible community servants who every Friday night hang out with us to share ideas and instill value in us, the leaders of tomorrow. We hear from you in the streets, we get your texts and your emails, and we value your feedback. You are indeed contributing to your community as our mentors. And for that, we say thank you. A warm shout out to our team of mentors, Ms. Suzette Franklin, Ms. Kitty London, Mr. James T. Thomas, Ms. Jessie Weir, Mr. Dion Jefferson, Ms. Priscilla M. Willingham, Mr. Ted White, Mr. Rory Jenkins, and Ms. Nastasia Dillon. We thank you for investing your time in us. We do not take your time for granted. We're coming to you from Pompey Park and Delray Beach. If you are hanging out in the area, you have time, stop by, stick your head in, and say hello. You never know. You may receive one of our gift cards that we are giving away tonight. If you are a survivor of COVID-19, we need to hear from you. We want to document the personal struggles brought on by the coronavirus pandemic and are seeking survivors to be a part of our discussion on an upcoming show. Contact 561-665-0151 for more information. This segment is brought to you by Stewart and Shelby Development, which has been providing quality construction services for private clients, businesses, and various nonprofit agencies throughout Palm Beach County since 2006. The partners have more than 75 years of experience combined in the construction industry and have been a major contributor to the development and contracting industry in South Florida for 30 years. Several of you have been sending us videos that you felt are funny, and sometimes some of them are actually hilarious. So we decided to share some of them with you. If you come across a video you think will get a laugh from Mr. C-Ron, send it in to us at 561-665-0151. You might just win a $50 gas card, courtesy of John Peters State Farm Insurance. As usual, we'll leave this segment with the small fries doing their affirmation.
Okay.
The affirmation. I will go to college. I will succeed. This is my promise. This is my creed.
Let's hear that again.
The affirmation. I will go to college.
I will succeed. This is my promise.
This is my creed.
One more time.
The affirmation. I will go to college. I will succeed. This is my promise. This is my creed.
Hi guys, I'll be filling in for Amelia.
Yes, unfortunately, Amelia is not able to complete tonight's show. So as you guys know, earlier we interviewed one of the people here at the Go Red event. And right now we have another one, Dr. Naomi Cobb. Come on, don't be shy. Hi. How are you doing today?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Thank you. Today, it's a National Go Red event. What organization are you in? Let's start off with that.
Yes. I am a part of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, South Palm Beach County chapter.
Thank you. And how do you plan on contributing to tonight's event?
Well, I am the chair of tonight's event for NCBW, and I, along with our team, helped to organize the event tonight with community partners. We have community partners from Healthier Delray, Healthier Boynton. We have the Divine Nine represented, which are some of the organizations, the AKAs, the Qs, the Alphas, the Zetas, the Sigmas. So it's a wonderful thing to be involved, and also our health partners who's also doing blood pressure checks and health checks, and also teaching physical exercise. And we're also going to have a CPR demonstration.
Okay, well, how long has this been going on for?
Go Red is a part of the American Heart Association, and they have been doing it for more than 25 years. But locally, local community organizations have been involved with the Go Red event, encouraging people on the first Friday in February as Wear Red Day. It started out as women wearing red dresses, but it really affects all women no matter what. And heart disease also affects men, particularly in the people of color community.
Thank you. Do you have anything you would like to say to our viewers who are watching?
Yes, I would like for everyone to take good care of themselves, drink more water, reduce their sugars, reduce harmful fats in their diet, and take good care of themselves, and mostly get some rest.
Well, you guys heard it from Dr. Cobb. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me. You're doing a great job.
Do we have another guest? Okay, well, as you guys know, KOB Mentoring Network has been working to keep music education alive. We are very close to reaching our goal. All we need are a few pieces to complete our drum set. If you have a drum set you do not mind parting with, please contact us at 561-665-0151, and we'll make sure to put it to use. Remember, it doesn't matter the condition. What's one man's junk can be a treasure to a child who has an interest in the arts. Call or text 561-665-0151, and we'll pick it up. If you have plans for this weekend, Amir has an update from the Children's Services weather desk. Amir, what will the weather be like this weekend?
So, hello fans. As we come on this weekend, brace yourself for some rainy weather and sun. If you're planning on venturing out tonight, you can expect cloudy skies with occasional rains, showers. The low will be 67 degrees, and winds will be north to 10 to 20 miles per hour with a 50% chance of rain. Tomorrow will be mostly windy and with rain showers and a high of around 74 degrees. Winds will be out of the northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour with a 60% chance of rain. Tomorrow evening, we should have a light rain early and then remaining cloudy showers late. The low will be 67 degrees, where winds will be coming east and northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. The sun will rise at 7:04 a.m. and sink at 6:04 p.m. Sunday, there will be an early showers becoming a steady light rain. Later in the day, there is a high of 77 degrees, and you can expect winds coming into the east and at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and a 70% chance of rain. Sunday, there will be cloudy skies with showers. The low will be 66 degrees. Winds will be out the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour with a 60% chance of rain. Sunrise is at 7:03 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:06 p.m. Until next time, your weather from the Children's Service Weather Desk. Have a fun, rainy, and safe weekend. Don't forget to bring your umbrellas. I have mine.
I wish I had mine. Well, students,
would you like to polish your communication skills? If so, Community Conversations is the place for you. You will learn to record, document, and produce material suitable for radio and television from industry professionals. Take it from here. Me. English is my primary language, and I'm practicing my English here on Community Conversations. You will learn breathtaking techniques and overcome your fear of public speaking, all while having fun. We are the only youth-run medium for kids by kids and about kids, at least in South Florida, and we have fun as we learn. Not to mention, Community Conversations is a powerful tool for telling and preserving the local stories about kids. Give us a call at 561-665-0151 or email info@kopmn.org to learn how you can be a part of the team. If you like what you're seeing, please let us know by liking us, sharing the page with your contacts, and send us a comment on both Facebook and Instagram. And now let's hear from our sponsors.
Right now, delivering the things people need has never been more important. To all of our Amazon retail heroes on the floor, in the air, and behind the wheel, we want to thank you. We'll continue to do everything we can to keep you healthy, safe, and protected. The work you are doing means everything right now. Thank you.
Bring on spring with calculators that can help you color, videos that get to the point and keep your projects on point, and a store that rings your doorbell anytime you need it. This is doing like never before. This is today's Home Depot. How doers get more done.
All across the United States,
families are paying too high a price to cover the cost of home.
Rent and home ownership costs are skyrocketing,
while wages are not keeping pace.
1 in 6 families are forced to make impossible choices
between safe homes,
nutritious food,
healthcare,
access to good schools, or reliable transportation.
Which would you choose?
Which would you choose?
No family should have to pay more than half their income for a place to live.
Habitat for Humanity is taking a stand.
Habitat for Humanity is taking a stand.
I am taking a stand.
Yo estoy tomando una posición.
I am taking a stand. We are committed to find solutions and create policies
that allow for people to meet their most basic needs.
I believe that no matter where they live or how much they earn,
every family deserves a chance to thrive.
Join us.
Ayúdanos.
Join us.
Join us.
Help make the cost of home something we can all afford.
We have another guest here with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Good evening. My name is Kenya Madison, and I'm the Senior Director for Healthier Delray Beach. And we are one of the community partners for that's presenting the Go Red for Women event this evening, and I'm just really excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So how is the event going for you right now?
It's going amazing, really fun, lots of high energy. We just finished watching the Pompey Park Senior Divas perform, and they got us up and moving. And I know that there's a step team that's warming up right now too. So lots of fun, lots of high energy, and people are moving their body, and that's what's important.
That's good. That's good. So do you think the step team is going to be your favorite part of tonight, or?
Ooh, that's hard to judge. I mean, I'm torn between clapping and cheering for the senior ladies and then the young ladies. So I don't know. I don't want to be the judge of that. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Well, again, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is the program and like how did it start? again?
So we're here tonight for Go Red for Women, which is an awareness campaign that's brought forth by the American Heart Association. Specifically, Go Red for Women is always the first Friday of February. And it's a global campaign to help everyone understand that heart disease is the #1 killer of women, more than all the cancers combined. I know when I found that, when I realized that was the facts, that was the statistic, it was pretty staggering to hear that more than all the cancers combined, more than car accidents, more than
That's crazy.
Anything that we could potentially imagine, cardiovascular disease is the #1 thing that is taking women away from us. And so I don't know about you, but I have a lot of women in my family that I love and care for, not just my mom, but I have sisters and I have nieces and I have friends and cousins and loved ones and neighbors. And so I just want to make sure that we're getting the word out that at least 30 minutes of physical fitness every day, a heart healthy diet will help you prevent heart disease. And so that's what we're here for tonight. Bring greater awareness and let everyone know the message.
That's a beautiful purpose and a mission. So in the next 5 years or so, what do you see yourself doing for this program exactly? What are your future plans, I should say?
Well, the great thing is this is a community collaboration. And so we're in year 5+. We've been doing this partnership for at least 5 years before COVID, I will say. And so I'm looking forward to continuing to grow, bring on more community partners, I love this venue, but even if we are able to make it bigger and better every year and bring on more community partners to bring greater awareness to the cause, that will be my vision.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
It's my pleasure.
And before we finish it, exactly. Oh, she has a question.
What are some tips? What are some tips you would give someone who's trying to better their health, eat healthier, do better for themselves, and just?
Thank you for that question. The best thing that I can say is just start by starting. Sometimes we overthink the whole process and we want to get to the end before we even begin. And so I would say be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, and just start by starting. So if you know that maybe healthy fruits and vegetables haven't been a part of your daily diet, then start with the things that you like. And slowly introduce new things, one little bit at a time. And as you've heard before, you may or may not have heard that it takes at least 21 days to start a habit or create a habit or break a habit. So give yourself time to introduce new healthy foods, new healthy routines, start walking at least 30 minutes a day. And again, just start by starting. Don't wait. Don't overthink it at all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, before we go, we have one more guest.
Okay.
Headphone?
Yeah. Hello.
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 How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good. Well, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, yes. My name is Ricky Petty. I represent several organizations. One, I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and I'm also the director for Healthier Boynton Beach. And we're also in collaboration and partnering with putting on this event.
Okay, well, how do you plan on contributing to tonight's event? I've heard from a lot of people, but I have yet to hear from you. So how do you plan on contributing to what's going on tonight?
So one thing in Healthier Boynton Beach, our goal is to improve the lives of family caregivers. So we understand the importance of health, and the purpose of this event is to raise awareness about women's health and promote a healthy lifestyle. So how we contribute is we continue to do different things, advocate for healthy eating, healthy living, being visible in the community, and talk about ways that we could change different behaviors so that we could live a healthier life.
I have a question for you. I know she kind of answered about tips, but what are some healthy foods that are really good for your heart that you recommend, eating if you are someone who wants to have a healthier diet?
Well, one of the things that you could do is eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of green vegetables. I think is very, very important. You want to make sure that you add that to your diet. You also want to be mindful of the portion of food that you eat as well. Staying away from products like a lot of starches. You want to limit yourself on those different types of things, and try to add more, vegetables, more fruits, and things of that matter. Stay away from the sugars.
Yeah.
That's not good for the body. So I would recommend doing those types of things. And also too, one of the things that's most important is being physical, involving yourself in some type of physical activity. Being active each day. One of the things that we do with Healthier Together and Healthier Boynton Beach is in the month of March we do what we call Let's Move, and it's a countywide initiative that we do to promote movement, and a lot of that is all about healthy living. So those are some of the things that we do. But I would encourage folks to move, exercise, eat a proper diet, get proper rest, and all those types of things contribute to a healthier lifestyle.
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome.
And it looks like we have one more guest.
No, not enough guests. I just came to say hi to you.
No, we have one more guest. Come on.
Okay, this doesn't come out right. I make sure y'all
Don't be shy.
Oh, y'all. And we're going to fight. And we're going to fight. Michael Jordan. We're asking to edit. And make sure you don't let nothing, if I mess up, stutter, or anything, it's deleted. If not, I'm coming for all y'all. You understand? Our engineer.
Sit down. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Mrs. Bean, and I'm a teacher at Carver Middle School.
Okay, I asked the first question. So you said you work at a middle school, and how do you feel about like the food that they give there? And do you think it's healthy, or do you think it's not something very nutritious for us?
I'm not too familiar with the food they serve in the cafeteria because I don't go in the cafeteria. I bring my own lunch.
Yeah, we stay out of there.
But based on what the children have shared with me, they're not too pleased with the menu.
So do you think we could see any improvement in the next coming years, next school years, or anytime soon on the menus or the diets or even the food plans we have here?
Probably that's something that we will have to take to the school board. Probably have to get a group of students to reach out to their administrators, and then from there maybe go up to the school district to a board meeting and chime in there and tell them that you guys would like a change in the menu for the school lunches.
Yeah, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I'll be sure when I go do that, I'll bring you with me, okay?
Not a problem. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Yeah, bamboozled me. I'll just come and say hey to you. All right, yeah. How do you all like to see better? You're doing better than me.
I'm gonna read the blue part. Okay.
How do you guys like to see that?
Okay. There's Mr. Ziron. Mr. Ziron speak because I think he's in the getting ready to dance. So Mr. Ziron's dancing, and he's muted. He's having a good time. I'm currently not at Pompey Park because I could not make it. But it looks like it's fun, so I can be there tonight with you guys.
As you can hear in the background, we have folks in the background having a good time down here at Pompey Park. Come on down. We still have time before we leave tonight. Come on down to 1101 Northwest 2nd Street in Delray Beach. That's Pompey Park.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Ziron. Looks like so much fun. A good time. Okay, let me start reading. Let me have have a moment so I can see everyone's good dance.
He looks like he's having fun.
Yeah. Having a good time. How come you guys went down there
You should go join in.
Take it away, Neil.
Yeah, Mr. C-Ron, you should be dancing with them, getting your exercise on. Okay, there he's go. Okay, so a warm South Florida welcome to our friends who are joining us on KLP's Mentoring Network's Facebook page or on YouTube. As usual, a shout out to our friends in the Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Japan, St. Vincent. Sorry, my computer is glitching. 1 second. Tobago, the UK, and the US Virgin Islands. Please remember to share community conversations on your social media pages. If you missed the show, you can find it on KLP Mentoring Network's Facebook pages. And while you're on there, do us a favor and follow KLPMN on Facebook, please. Sorry, I'm full. I just got a root canal, and it's hard to speak.
Well, if you're watching us live, or even if you're watching one of our Community Conversations Rewind episodes, take a moment and type your city in the chat so we can give a shout out to your city. You never know when we may be broadcasting from your city, and you may just get a tank of gas, courtesy of John Peters State Farm Insurance. Now, the question is, should students be allowed to change their gender identity at school without parental consent, and even over the objection of parents? We want to know your thoughts. If you would like to be a part of our discussion on an upcoming show, please give us a call at 561-665-0151. Again, that's 561-665-0151. And now, let's head over to Maui, Hawaii, where Tiara Marcy will introduce the next segment. Tiara?
Here at KLP, we believe that leadership training prepares youth to manage their time, work in a team setting, set goals, start conversations, facilitate meetings, and make effective presentations, all of which are positive life skills that they will carry into adulthood. Please direct your attention to our friend, Mr. John Maxwell, for our Leadership Minute.
Hi, John Maxwell here. Welcome to Minute with Maxwell. I don't think people want a perfect leader. In fact, I don't think there is one. But I think they do want an honest leader, an authentic leader, a transparent leader, a leader that says, hey, I was wrong. My bad. I take responsibility for that. There's something very engaging about a leader who isn't perfect, but also has the courage and the humility and the security to admit that. There's something that draws us to a person that we basically says, oh, they're human also. Leaders are very, very human. What happens is that people put them on a pedestal. When people put you on a pedestal, there's a tendency for you and for me to begin to act the part of the pedestal. It's always a bad thing to act the part of the pedestal. People put you up high, they think higher of you than they should, they think you're better than you are, and all of a sudden they're making you bigger than life, and that makes me always very uncomfortable. Because I'm not bigger than life. My name's John. I'm human. I do a lot of good things, but I do some things that aren't so hot. And it's my openness and willingness to admit my weaknesses and come very clean and clear with my mistakes that really engages people in my leadership. They say, this is a person now that I can trust. This is a person I want to take a journey with. They're not perfect. But when they make a mistake, they're going to tell me they made a mistake. They're going to keep an honesty. One of the three most important questions followers ask leaders is, can I trust you? Can I trust you? So I think it's essential to, instead of protecting your leadership image and let people put you on a pedestal, to more importantly protect your honesty and authenticity and your transparency. And let them know that you're human and you didn't do it all right. Here's what I know. If you're on a pedestal and you fall off, it really hurts. But if you're not on a pedestal, the fall's not that big. So keep the pedestal low. Stay honest, stay open, stay transparent. Let the people see the real you. I'm betting they'll like that a lot better than that false front that so many leaders try to present.
Hi. Hi. Sounds like a lot of fun going on back there.
Well, the cinematographer and engineer behind tonight's show is Neil Noel, a proud product of our KOP Mentoring Network team in Atlantic Community High School.
Oh, I'm sorry. I told you were reading the blue and I made you read the yellow. Sorry. Okay. Now, to find past community conversations, visit our YouTube channel and type in KOP Mentoring Network in the search bar. This will about do it for this week's of Community Conversations. Please join us again next week. We'll have another dose of news by and about what young people are doing, both in the community and around the world.
Remember to tell your friends about Community Conversations. Please like us, share, and let us know your thoughts by commenting. We hope you learned something important tonight that will make a significant impact on your life. Young people, there's no greater investment you can make on a Friday night than being with like-minded peeps on Community Conversations.
She is correct. Students, are you considering a career in broadcasting, journalism, or just want to have fun speaking with people? Our Community Conversations team has a spot for you. We have plenty of spots. Community Conversations will prepare you for success in the broadcasting industry. Learn from industry professionals in a live setting like I'm doing right now. You must have technical skills required to control equipment, regulate audio and visual quality, and produce program for radio or television. You can build confidence as you build a portfolio to launch your as a radio or television broadcasting technician. To learn more, call 561-665-0151 or email communityconversationspb@gmail.com. Oh, PBC. So it's communityconversationspbc@gmail.com. Again, you can call 561-665-0151.
Thank you again to our sponsors for keeping us going.
If you like what you saw here tonight and wish to support the extraordinary work that KOP Mentoring does, please like us and share information with your friends on social media.
Before we go, let's give a rousing shout out to Ms. Klein and her Indians at Greenwood Elementary in Greenwood, Wisconsin, Mrs. Gorman and her Hawks at Willow Hill Elementary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mr. Posey and his Hornets at Kendesi O'Forty in Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Mirless and his hardworking and super smart Bulldogs at William McKinley in Colton, California, and Mrs. Colbert and her zesty group of wolves at Westerly Creek in Denver, Colorado.
Okay. One second, the script has disappeared out of thin air, so I'm getting a new one.
That's all right, Rihanna. Guess what? We're having an extended show tonight. Extended show tonight because we're here at Pompey Park, and there's no way we can deprive the people who are watching us right now. So guess what? We have a very special person in the house right now, and I would be remiss if I did not have her come on and tell you guys what she's all about. So come on down here, lady. Come on, sit on my right. This lady is the lady of the hour. Put her on. Rihanna, this is someone you need to meet.
Okay, I'm excited to meet her.
You're excited to meet her. Oh, all right. You know, Rihanna, you heard of Oprah Winfrey, right?
Yes, I have.
You heard of Joan Rivers, right?
Yes.
You heard of Gayle King?
Mm-hmm.
What do they all have in common?
They all have like talk shows. Am I correct?
They have talk shows, but what else?
I'm not
Money.
sure. Money.
They
Yes.
have money. They have money too, but guess what? They're number 2 when it comes to communication. They're all number 2, ranked number 2. The number 1 voice of South Florida for many, many years in radio, none other than Jane Vassar Tolliver Carnegie, whatever it is these days.
I know, don't sound like James T. He's always saying, how many names have you had? But
It is so nice to see you here tonight. Good Lord.
you owe me, C-Rod,
I know.
because I've been tricked and trapped.
Well, guess what, Rihanna? Guess what? Rihanna, this was my 3rd grade teacher.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited to be a part of this show. We are here. Did you tell them what we're doing here at Pompey Park?
No, why don't you tell them?
Oh, well, they told me to show up and wear red. No, it's about heart. It's National Heart Month. And so it's about moving to the rhythm of the beat. It has been so exciting and informative because we had a lot of guest speakers tonight. I think one of the essential things which you need in every community is the passion of people networking and coming together. And so there were so many sororities, fraternities, community-based initiative type organizations, Let's Move, Say What, Healthier Delray. It has just been phenomenal. Don't forget the Kappas have been in the house, the Omegas, the Sigmas. It has just been an overwhelming experience, but most importantly, the education about how to prevent heart disease and the things that we need to do. I was laughing with some friends while watching one of the presentations, and it was an ER doctor from Broward General Health, and he was saying to change our eating habits. I'm like, I ain't giving up my fried chicken. So not giving up my fried chicken, not giving up my collard greens with lots of fat, but but no, all jokes aside, we can modify and we can all do better. But I like the spirit of keeping the heart beating, the exercise, better eating habits, and less stress. But see, y'all too young to know about stress. You know, all y'all got to worry about is, doing what you do. No bills, just let mom and daddy take care of everything. So enjoy it as long as you can.
Speaking of enjoying as long as you can, Lily and Rihanna and a few others, Miss Strong here, for example, they'll want to be like you someday. They want to be broadcast journalists. And when you were starting out, when you started off your career, you didn't have opportunities like this to prepare you.
Oh, no.
And
we were still spinning the wax, brother.
There you go.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Antiquated.
So how did you get started in this business?
It is very interesting because it depends on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows James Thomas. He used to work for
WDR.
Well, even before that, ITV.
Yeah, you're right.
People forget about ITV.
You're right.
Which
ITV,
I believe is where he got his start.
Palm Beach State
And,
College, Palm Beach Junior College back then.
There was a young lady, I believe it was Essamina, and a couple of other people. We used to do voiceovers for James T, who's of course now at WHQT Hot 105. And I sort of got my start, even before James, I got my start with a young man. His name was Eddie Mitchell. He was a teacher at the old Carver, the historically Black high school. It was junior, senior high school that was actually phased out in 1970. That was the last year before we were forced to integrate. And so at Carver Junior Senior High School, as a 7th grader, a young lady and I, her name was Betty Thomas, we called her BJ, and I was JB. And we did Campus Capers, which was a weekly radio show on Rockin' Big Daddy, WRBD, in Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
So that's really how I got my start.
Speaking of WRBD,
Uh-oh.
what was the jingle for Fox at 1040?
Oh my God.
From the beaches to the boondocks.
Listen, but see, we're dating ourselves here. But yeah, I actually got my start in 7th grade at Carver Junior Senior High School. Mr. Eddie Mitchell taking us down to Rock Island Road every Saturday to do Campus Capers, which was basically a show where people from the Tri-County area would come in and talk about what was going on their school campus. So that was my very start. And then working with James T., who's James Thomas, junior, actually, who was very instrumental in my career, among many other people, Chico the Virgo, John Priester, just a lot of people that took me by the hand and really helped to broaden my horizons as it related to the industry of communications, because people talk about broadcasters, but it's not just being on the radio and being that voice. It's doing things like Mr. C. Ron and I, and one of my longtime friends, Suzette Franklin, who's working, closely with KOP and her sister Lisa. It is a community network. It's people coming together, helping each other, helping to keep people on top of their game. And so we had that support. And it's just been awesome. But do you have any questions for me? Because I'm just running my mouth, even though I was dragged literally out of a seminar in here.
For her?
I got gum in my mouth. I'm breaking all the rules. You're not supposed to do that when you're on the air.
Now, go ahead, Rihanna.
So like Mr. Ciron saying, I want to be maybe a broadcast journalist in my future. Are there any tips that you would give me or anyone else who wants to pursue that career that, that would be helpful?
Is there an area of expertise that you have, or you're?
No, just anything in general that helps. Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked is because it is so broad now. I mean, you probably know better than I at this point how many channels are out there, live streaming. You've got so many options that we didn't have. Again, we joked about it, but it's very true. When I started in the 70s, we were just vinyl. You still had the stylus, you stick it on there, and, even before rapping and all that, But now there are just so many options. So I would always say, study your craft, always practice. All the greats practice. Always read, read things aloud, and be informed now, because there is so much diversity and there's so many outlets and venues and opportunities. You just want to be informed as much as you can about everything in the industry that you love. So watch sports broadcasting as well as analysts, people who may love sports. I mean, look at all the females now that are sports commentators. That never existed early on. So the sky's the limit. Options are unlimited, but you've got to be good. Nobody wants to see anybody who's mediocre. And you, meaning all of your generation, have it rougher and tougher because it's so competitive now. Not to belittle the industry, but journalists come a dime a dozen now. Everywhere you look, all of the the cable outlets. We didn't have cable, then you had 3 or 4, ABC, NBC, CBS, and then radio. You had one major radio station, maybe in your market, that played rhythm and blues or was considered a Black station. I mean, now you can start your own, like the podcast. You can do what you want to do. The sky is the limit. But for me personally, I believe my success has always been because of people who took an interest in me and supported me. And that was a blessing, having a strong family background, parents who loved me unconditionally and always supported me. And then God's grace and mercy. When opportunity, meets success, you just can't go wrong. If you're prepared, preparation and opportunity coming together is a true prescription for success. If you're ready and you're committed and dedicated, and I can just look in your eyes and tell you are committed.
Now that you have made it to the mountaintop, you have arrived. What are you doing with yourself these days?
No, you never make it to the mountain. Well, yeah, you can strive, hit your wagon to the stars. I appreciate that, Ciron, but there is always room for growth and improvement. So never believe that what you're doing is so great that you can't be greater.
Yeah.
And to answer the question specifically, my company now, Perfect Results Inc., produces an annual event called the African Diaspora Awards. It's happening February 25th in the city of Boynton Beach. And actually, the CEO of KOP is one of our honorees, none other than Mr. C-Ron Allen. But we honor people, we recognize them. We produce a lot of Black history, educational videos. I still MC and do presentations, community outreach. But one of the most significant things of my lifetime, I believe, which is totally unrelated to being a broadcaster, was the 5 years that I spent being a full-time caregiver for my daddy, who fell and broke his hip at the age of 95. And he's no longer with us, but he did live to be almost 100. And I'm gonna cry because I'm a crybaby. And I share that story especially to remind the youth that time is probably one of your most precious commodities. Use your time wisely. Study, continue to grow, be better, be your personal best, but also work to help other people be their best. And you will never fail. There will always be someone willing to bless you and to give you a shot if you are doing what you're supposed to do. God will always open a door for you.
Well, you know what? The clock on the wall said that was about all. Why don't you take us out?
Thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share community conversations with all your friends and family. And as we wrap up tonight's session, even though I was dragged in by Mr. C-Ron Allen, we are here at the one and only Pompey Park in the All-America city of Delray, and we leave you with this message.
Oh, this world's a little crazy. Oh, you are mine.
Kids are irreplaceable, but 1 in 5 new COVID cases have been in kids. COVID vaccines prevent hospitalizations and serious illness in kids and others, even from the Delta variant. Find vaccines for everyone 5+ at www.vaccines.gov. Have a great weekend, everybody. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll see you back here for Community Conversations next week. God bless.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing rendition of Community Conversations. If you like what you saw tonight, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends, families, and even acquaintances. Be sure to tune back next week for another amazing edition of Community Conversation.